Hello coloring friends, so today again it's Sunday and again we're having a video about our challenge Find and Color. And during last week we have been coloring for the prompt a pair of scales. I knew that I will get less illustrations for this prompt because it's not that popular and it's not that cute, but still I was surprised that I've got so little submitted works after like hundreds and nineties numbers of works for other prompts. Today we've got only 27 illustrations for this prompt. I wish I would widen this prompt maybe a little bit and not to use illustrations with this pair of scales, but with any scales, but no Hannah Carlson or Kirby illustrations today, and it happens very seldom because for most prompts I believe there are one or more illustrations by those artists. Most pictures, yes, about goddesses or zodiac signs, but surprisingly there are some others for other themes, and I was surprised to see a couple of pictures from romantic country. That was interesting experience. One of our less popular prompt, I believe. Actually, when I was reorganizing my magical box and I replaced some prompts for others because I thought those prompts are too seldom to find in coloring books, like for example kangaroo or watermelon. I had these prompts at first in my box, but then I thought maybe I would not any submitted works at all for such prompts. By the way, if you have kangaroo in your collection, let me know, I'm just curious. Okay, let me show what I have colored for this prompt. I chose an illustration from Goddesses by Coco Vaya. It's one of my new coloring books. It was untouched, so I thought it's a good opportunity to start coloring in this book. And there were actually two illustrations with scales in this book, but I decided to start with an Egyptian goddess because I like Egyptian theme, and I colored this goddess matte. That's how she looks. I like the result, but the process was not that enjoyable because the paper turned out to be one of the worst that I have ever colored on. It's Amazon printed, but I have other books with Amazon printed paper, but they were better, but this one is really terrible. No pencils work nicely on their own over this paper, so I had to use markers at first. Then while using marker I accidentally touched a black line on her face, and this ink started dissolving, with difficulty I was able to mask that spot that I've got. Then even over markers, look at this side, you can see like at some places it's crinkled. When I pushed a little bit harder, then I was scared that I can make a hole in this paper. So really terrible. Better results over markers I got from Lightfast and Brewster Indian pencils like this. I use this set, Skin Tone, and I use this for coloring her skin. I really like the result, and they work more or less nice over markers. Polychromas a big no-no. Lightfast okay. Then a little bit of golden gel pen I have here for decorations. And what else? Oh, that's it. Markers, pencils and gel pens. I like how she looks, but when I'm thinking about coloring another illustration from this book on this paper, I'm feeling like, oh, that's a shame that such beautiful illustrations and they print on such bad paper. Okay, that was my illustration, and now let's have a look at those pictures that were submitted for this prompt. Let's go. So that was our small but cute gallery of works for the prompt A Pair of Scales. Thank you everyone who sent your works for this prompt. I forgot to mention I had to decline a couple of illustrations sent to me because there were not actually a pair of scales on those pictures. There were some interpretations and there were some kitchen scales, but it's not what we were supposed to find. So now let's find out another prompt what we'll be coloring for the next week, and hopefully it will be something more popular, something more easy to find. Okay, let's find out. So friends, we've got prompt heart. I like it. I think it's not that popular, but definitely more popular than scales. I expect, because what I remember straight away. I'm thinking about Valentine's Day, and there are a lot of illustrations for this theme with hearts, some couples, something sweet and cute. On the other hand, I believe for Halloween themed illustrations also you can find hearts maybe on some of those illustrations. I'm thinking about Alan Robert maybe. Those are going to be more creepy pictures, but I think some of you would be glad to color something for coming Halloween. So I think I will find some interesting pictures. I'm off now to look through my collection and see you in a second. So I'm back with a bunch of coloring books for the prompt heart. I can't say that you can see hearts just in every coloring book, but the situation is better than with scales, and more illustrations and more variety, I would say. Of course, there is love theme with hearts, like in this coloring book, The Fairy by Anne Kronheimer, and we see a wedding illustration. It's a double spread, and on this page we can see a lot of hearts, and this fairy is holding a very cute illustration, very lovely. Same artist, but another book, The Princess, and here we have this heart print, Queen of the Hearts, you call this card, I believe. Again, very lovely, rather simple, I would say. Maybe I should color to complete this double spread. Surprisingly, when I checked my Beauty of Horror coloring book by Alan Robert, I didn't find any hearts in that book, though I had the impression that there should be something creepy looking with heart, but no. But I found another kind of creepy looking illustration with hearts from this book Mythos by Patrick Alvarez. We have this goddess here, and you can see hearts hanging here, and she's actually sitting on a heart. It looks rather creepy and scary. But you know who this goddess is? She's a goddess of love. Yeah, such version. Maybe in Filipino mythology it's something, she's not that beautiful and kind, and maybe she's more like heart eater, something like that. Yeah, but interesting version, though a little bit scary. Another illustration from one of my favorite coloring books, Moon Blossoms by Katrina Pallon. I haven't colored in it for quite some time now, and there's a picture with a heart here too. This Javanese girl with shadow puppets and batik background, and you can see heart. Her chest is open and we can see heart there. Interesting illustration, but would be not that easy to color because it's like symbolic, but we'll see. Another cute illustration for love theme, Pirates and Mermaids by J. Silvergreen, and we have this mermaid lying on the beach and drawing a heart on the sand. Love it. Very romantic looking. Joanna Besford, Hannah Carlson, Julie Box, and there is a rather simple illustration, not much to color on it, except maybe for the background. And we have Julie, a heart here. I'm not sure whether you can find hearts in other books by Hannah. Then this Korean coloring book, tarot cards. By the way, when I looked through it, and I found another picture with a pair of scales, but when I was searching I missed it actually. But we have heart here as well, heartbreak, another not the Julie illustration, but again symbolic. So that was my choice for this prompt. I hope it will not be difficult for you to find something for this prompt, and at the end I will get more submitted works, and with more variety of different hearts, and we'll be waiting for your works. And that's all for today. See you next time. Bye.